From the rolling vineyards and the handcrafted wines to the work, the passion, and the creativity that goes into every bottle. Owning a winery has been a dream for a lot of people, but not many people get to experience it. Today we're going to be visiting Grape Ink and talking to Jared and Julia and seeing how they have made their passion into a dream. I'm Tim Saeland, and I'm your host today for American Dream. All right, so today we're here with Jared, one of the owners of Grape Ink, just to get a little bit more in depth on what his dream is, how it became true, and the whole winemaking process. So Jared, thank you very much for being with us today. I appreciate it.
Yeah, very nice to have you.
One of the first questions that I have is, how long has this been a dream of yours to own a winery and make your own wine?
Well, it's been a dream for about a decade. To own a vineyard and to make wine from it and to take it through the whole process. Originally, I was working for a lot of producers in larger regions like California and Bordeaux and different areas. And coming back here to Oregon, I wanted to explore what it was like to work in an artisanal way, to touch every vine, to touch every bottle, to work on the labels, to really get in touch with the actual product, to see it as a piece of art instead of a commodity. And that was the space that I wanted to find where I could produce something special. And that's why I came back to Oregon. It seemed like there was an opportunity to do that here. It was still an area that is open for pioneering ideas, that there's new land to be planted, that there's not the same regulations in Europe, there's not the same rules. With an open mind, you can create something new and innovative.
How big of a difference from year to year, because I don't believe you change out the vines every year, but how big of a difference from year to year does the wine vary?
That's a great question. There's a huge amount of difference that changes year to year based on the weather. Based on the rainfall, the sun, when it becomes dry, if there's a frost or not. And those small subtleties are what I really enjoy about wine. You may have the same mix of grapes, but the way they express themselves that year is different. And that's why we take the time to put the year on the bottle, because each year is really distinctly different.
And it's not just the weather. I noticed one year that we had a lot of fires up in the gorge and a lot of the smoke coming through the air, especially settling in the valley. Had you experienced something like that, and how did that affect the flavor of the wine?
Yeah, I always remember that year. On 2020, almost the whole West Coast seemingly burned down, and we had a lot of fires, a lot of smoke in the air. And you can taste it in the wine. Everything's captured inside of it. Some people look at it as a negative attribute. I look at it as a memory of what happened that year, and letting that bottle of wine, I guess, kind of bring up some conversations of what we might want to do in the future, or how we might want to manage those forests. And I actually enjoy that vintage quite a bit for that reason. It gets you to think, which I hope wine does.
Thank you again for giving us a tour of your vineyards and your winery and everything, and sharing some information with us. I do appreciate it, Jared.
Much a pleasure.
And we'll talk more.
Thank you so much.
What an amazing story for Jared and Julia, and how they took their passion and made it come into a real dream, and how they do things differently. This is definitely one of the unique dream stories that I love to hear about. You know, back in the 70s in Oregon, they didn't have many wineries. They didn't have many vineyards. Today, there's over 1,000 wineries and over 1,500 vineyards. If this is a dream that you're thinking of, there's almost always one for sale, or there's always a lot that we can build one on. For you to bring your passion into something like this would be an awesome story. I'm Tim Saeland with RE/MAX Equity Group, and your host for the American Dream. We'll see you next time.